still talking about biased and unbiased samples. This lighting is doing good for my hair. I may have to film this is the first one I'm filming at night. I may have to film all the other ones at this light. Vain, yes I know. Okay, ADD, let's go. All right, let's look at some questions. I'm gonna look at page 802 and we're gonna walk through some questions and talk about what kind of sampling this is. This is a great practice for your homework tonight because buddy, do you wanna be on the video real quick? Well, come over here. Say hey. Okay, but anyway, this is a good way that you can practice and get used to this process. So let's read number 1 on page 802. A random sample of students at a middle school shows that 10 students prefer listening to rock, 15 prefer listening to hip hop, and 25 prefer no music. Who are they? All right, while they exercise. I can't do that. It can be concluded that half the students prefer no music while they exercise. So what kind of sample is this? Well, it gives us a hint in the beginning. What does it say? A random sample. And so this would be a simple random sample. The word random in the problem gave it away. So look for that word in your homework. That's going to give away pretty easily some of the simple random ones. Number 2 on page 803, every 10th person, that's the key, who walks into the department store surveyed is determined his or her music preference. Out of 150 customers, 70 say that they preferred rock music. The manager concludes that about half of all customers prefer rock music. If we're looking at what kind of sample this is, every 10th person, that's a systematic random sample. And so we conclude that that is a valid conclusion because the population is unbiased. Okay, let's look at the next one. Number 3, the customers of a music store are surveyed to determine their favorite leisure time activity. The results are shown in the graph. The store manager concludes that most of the people prefer to listen to music in their leisure time. So let's think about this. Does it say anything about random? Does it say anything like every 10th person? But let's look at this. They're the customers of what kind of store? A music store. So if you're at a music store, what do you think you do with your time? Yeah, that's what you do. You listen to music. Now, did they have to voluntarily give this information? No. This would be an example of convenience sampling. They were convenient. They were the people right in front of them. And if you're in a music store, the people right in front of you are probably going to prefer to listen to music. Back in my day, there were music stores. There were these places where they had all the CDs. You couldn't just open up your Spotify and listen to all the music. You had to go buy it. But anyway, let's see. Let's look at the got it on page 803. It says a radio station asks its listeners to indicate their preference, one of the 2 candidates in an upcoming election. 72% of the listeners who responded prefer candidate A, so the radio announced that candidate A would win the election. Is this a valid conclusion? Now listen, if it's valid, it's going to be unbiased. So think to yourself what you think. Pause the video. Think about your answer. Okay, the conclusion is not valid. Why do you think? What type of, it's biased. It's not convenience. They were asked to call in, weren't they? So this would be voluntary response sample. So because the sample's biased, it's not a valid argument. That's what you look for. So if it's valid or invalid, if that sample is biased, invalid, doesn't work. Okay? You should be good to do your work today. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm seeing one last problem. I don't remember that problem. I think it's just biased and unbiased that you have to figure out. But if you have issues, remember, your best friend, page 802. Have it open when you're filling out that Google form. Have a great day.